Have you ever felt belittled by someone? They look at you with condescension, throw out snide remarks, and make you feel like you're not good enough. Have you ever wondered, why do they do this? And more importantly, how do you deal with people like that? Let me make one thing clear. No one has the power to make you feel small unless you give it to them. People who try to bring you down are not stronger than you. They are simply trying to make you doubt yourself so they can control you. But that won't happen. Not today, not to you. In this episode, I'm going to share 8 powerful methods to handle those who try to make you feel inferior. 8 strategies to help you stay grounded, unshaken, and most importantly, never let anyone define your worth. You'll learn how to control your emotions, stand firm, and turn their negativity into nothing. You'll know exactly how to respond, not by arguing, not by wasting energy, but in a way that preserves your dignity and confidence. And above all, you will become a stronger, more unshakable version of yourself, no longer affected by those who seek to tear you down. Are you ready? If you are, keep watching, because by the end of this episode, you will never feel small in front of anyone again. Method number 1. Do not react immediately. Imagine this. You're in a meeting, making a valid point, and suddenly, someone cuts you off. They smirk, dismiss your words, maybe even throw in a subtle insult. You feel that surge of irritation, that instinct to fire back, to defend yourself, to prove them wrong. Stop. That's exactly what they want. People who belittle you aren't just speaking, they're setting a trap. A psychological trap. They want you to react emotionally, to get defensive, to lose your composure. Because the moment you react, you give them power. You shift from being in control to playing their game, by their rules. A manipulator doesn't need to be right. They just need to make you feel wrong. They poke, they prod, they test your limits. They're watching, waiting for the moment you break. And when you do, they win. They get validation. They get the reaction they wanted. Seneca, one of the greatest Stoic minds, put it perfectly. If a person gave your body to a stranger, you'd be furious. Yet you hand over your mind to anyone who insults you, allowing them to disturb your peace. Why? Why would you let someone dictate your emotional state? Why would you let them pull your strings like a puppet? Think about Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor. A man surrounded by enemies, by traitors, by those who wanted to see him fall. Did he react to every insult? Did he lash out in anger? No, he mastered controlled silence. When insulted, he didn't flinch. When provoked, he didn't bite. And that, ironically, made him the most powerful person in the room. Now, imagine this power in your own life. Next time someone tries to belittle you, pause, just pause. Take a slow breath, look them in the eye. Say nothing. That silence, it's louder than any comeback. Because now, they're the ones who feel uncomfortable. They expected a reaction, but you gave them nothing. They lost control, and when you do speak, you do it on your terms. Calm, calculated, unshaken. That's power, that's control. That's how you win. Method number 2. Stop explaining to those who don't want to understand. You present a well-thought-out idea. Someone shoots it down immediately. Not because they have a better argument, but because they want to dismiss you. You try to clarify, explain your reasoning. But no matter how logically you speak, they shake their head, smirk, and twist your words. You feel the frustration creeping in. Why won't they just listen? Because they don't want to. Some people don't argue to understand. They argue to undermine. They don't seek truth. They seek to make you doubt yourself, and the worst mistake you can make. Trying to explain yourself to someone who has already decided they won't listen. Epictetus, the great Stoic thinker, said it best. If someone is unwilling to listen, do not waste your words. Not everyone deserves an explanation. Imagine a locked door. You can knock, you can push, you can try every key you have. But if the person on the other side refuses to open, it doesn't matter what you do. Now, imagine spending your time knocking on locked doors while your energy, your focus, your potential drains away. That's what happens when you waste time explaining yourself to people who refuse to understand. Think about this. A lion doesn't turn around every time a dog barks. A king doesn't explain every decision to doubters. So why should you? Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. Every decision he made was questioned, criticized, opposed. Did he waste time trying to justify himself to every doubter? No, because he understood. His energy was too valuable to be spent on those who had already made up their minds. Now, look at your own life. How much time have you wasted explaining yourself to people who never intended to understand you? Next time someone dismisses you, not out of reason, but out of pettiness, stop. Let them think what they want. Let them believe their own version of reality. It's not your job to correct them. Your time, your energy, your focus, they belong to you. And you don't owe anyone an explanation. Method number 3. Use humor to disarm them. Someone throws an insult your way. A passive-aggressive jab, a snide remark, a little dig meant to put you in your place. They expect you to get defensive, to fight back, to take it seriously. But instead, you laugh, you smile. You throw back something so unexpected, so lighthearted, so effortless, that the moment collapses under its own weight. And now they're confused, because humor is a weapon. A sharp one, a powerful one, and most importantly, one they never see coming. Seneca once said, "The greatest weapon against insult is laughter." Nothing upsets the attacker more than realizing their words have no power. Think about it. When someone mocks you, they want control. They want to push your buttons, get inside your head, make you feel small. But humor flips the script. Instead of reacting, instead of explaining, instead of defending, you shrug it off like it's nothing. You turn the moment into a joke. And suddenly, they don't have control anymore. Picture this. A coworker tries to undermine you in a meeting. Wow, that's an interesting idea. Haven't heard something like that since my little cousin tried to start a business selling lemonade for $50 a cup. Instead of getting defensive, you lean back, smile, and say, "Hey, at least my cousin thinks big. Maybe he'll hire you one day." Now what? They were expecting frustration. Instead, they got confidence. Or imagine a person throwing a cheap shot. "You always seem so serious. Loosen up a little." Instead of explaining, you smirk. "You're right. I spend too much time contemplating the meaning of life. But don't worry, I'll fit your wisdom into my next meditation session." What happens next? They're off balance. The attack didn't land. Because here's the truth. Humor dissolves power. It shows confidence. It shows control. It makes it clear that their words don't affect you. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome without fear, not because he silenced every critic, but because he never let their words control him. So next time someone tries to bring you down, don't argue, don't explain, don't fight. Smile, laugh, flip the script. Because nothing frustrates an attacker more than realizing they never had control to begin with. Method number 4. Reinforce your belief in yourself every day. Words are powerful. They can lift you up or they can break you. And the worst part, negative words don't disappear after they're spoken. They stay, they echo, they crawl into your mind, repeating themselves over and over until one day you start to believe them, unless you have something stronger inside you. Because here's the truth. If you don't build an unshakable belief in yourself, the world will decide who you are for you. Epictetus once said, "First, tell yourself what kind of person you want to be. Then do what you must do." Most people never take control of this. They let their confidence be shaped by other people's opinions. One insult, and they question themselves. One failure, and they doubt everything. But not you. You decide. You set the foundation. Every morning, every night, you remind yourself who you are. You remind yourself what you stand for, because if you don't, someone else will. Imagine a warrior going into battle without armor. That's what it's like to face the world without a strong belief in yourself. Every criticism, every insult, every doubt thrown at you cuts deeper. But when you reinforce your mind daily, those words become meaningless. Marcus Aurelius, the most powerful man in the world, wrote in his journal every single day. Why? Because he understood, if you don't train your mind, the world will break it. So what's your daily armor? Maybe it's a simple mantra you repeat. I am unshaken. I am in control. I decide my worth. Maybe it's reminding yourself of every challenge you've overcome. Maybe it's writing down your wins, no matter how small. Whatever it is, make it non-negotiable, because the world will test you. It will throw doubt, negativity, and criticism your way. But if your belief in yourself is stronger than the noise, nothing can touch you. So decide today, who are you? What do you stand for? And then remind yourself of it every single day. Method number 5, learn to walk away when necessary. Not every battle is worth fighting. Not every person is worth your energy. Yet, too often, we stay. We stay in arguments that lead nowhere. We stay in conversations that drain us. We stay trying to prove our worth to people who have already decided to disrespect us. Why? Because we're taught that walking away is weakness, that if we don't fight, we lose. But here's what they don't tell you. Real power is knowing when to walk away. Epictetus, the great Stoic thinker, said, "The more someone tries to pull you into nonsense, the more you must resist." The highest strength is not in confrontation, but in refusal to engage. Think about that. Weak people chase battles. Strong people choose them. Weak people argue to be right. Strong people leave to stay free. Imagine this. You're in a conversation with someone who keeps twisting your words, undermining you, making you feel small. You want to fight back. You want to defend yourself, but then you realize, this isn't a conversation, it's a trap. They don't want resolution, they want control. And so, instead of arguing, you stand up and leave. No anger, no drama. Just pure, unshaken detachment. Now, who has the power? Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire. He had enemies at every turn. People who plotted against him, insulted him, tried to pull him into petty conflicts. But he understood something most people never do. You don't have to attend every fight you're invited to. Because the moment you engage, you lose control. The moment you fight on their terms, you give them power. But when you walk away, when you decide that your time, your energy, your peace of mind is too valuable, you win. So the next time someone tries to pull you into their drama, pause, ask yourself, is this worth my energy? If the answer is no, then don't explain. Don't argue. Don't look back. Just walk away. Because true strength isn't about winning every fight. It's about knowing which ones aren't worth fighting at all. Method number 6, never play by their rules. Manipulators have one goal, control. Not through strength, not through reason, but through deception, through pushing your buttons, through making you react exactly how they want. And the biggest mistake you can make, playing their game, they insult you, expecting anger. They twist your words, expecting you to defend yourself. They create chaos, expecting you to lose control. And the moment you do, they win. Because now you're reacting, you're emotional. You're playing by their rules, on their battlefield. Marcus Aurelius understood this better than anyone. As emperor, he faced constant opposition. People who wanted to provoke him, bait him, pull him into unnecessary battles. Did he take the bait? No, because he knew. The moment you react on their terms, you give them power. So what did he do? He dictated the rules. He decided how the game was played. And that's exactly what you must do. Imagine someone trying to provoke you. They throw out insults, try to get under your skin. Most people would fight back. You don't even flinch. Instead, you stay calm, collected, in control. You look them in the eye and you choose not to engage on their level, and suddenly the game is over. They expected you to react. They expected you to play. But you never even stepped onto their board. Epictetus said, "When someone tries to provoke you, remember, their power exists only if you grant it to them. So don't grant it. Don't defend yourself when no defense is needed. Don't argue when the outcome has already been decided. Don't play their game. Instead, control the game, control the frame. If they attack you, shift the conversation. If they demand a reaction, stay silent. If they expect chaos, bring calm. Because when you refuse to play, they lose, and you stay untouchable." Method number 7. Become the strongest version of yourself. People try to bring you down because they believe you can be brought down. They think their words can shake you. They assume their opinions matter to you. But here's the truth. Weakness invites attack. The stronger you become, physically, mentally, emotionally, the less their words matter, the less their approval is needed, the less their games affect you. Because strength isn't just about muscles or intelligence, it's about presence. It's about the way you walk into a room and people can feel it. This person cannot be broken. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire, yet his greatest battle was with himself. Every day, he trained his mind, his discipline, his focus, because he knew, when you master yourself, no one else can control you. So what does that mean for you? It means sharpening your mind, reading, learning, questioning. It means building your body. Because strength commands respect, it means forging unshakable discipline. Because those who control themselves are controlled by no one. Imagine this. You walk into a room, fully in control of yourself. Someone throws a snide remark. A weak version of you would react, feel small, feel the need to prove something. But now, you don't even blink. Because their words are nothing to you. Why? Because you've built something stronger inside. A foundation no insult can crack. Epictetus said, "The first and greatest victory is to conquer yourself. When you do that, when you push your limits, when you grow stronger every day, nothing and no one can make you feel small. So stop seeking approval. Stop explaining yourself. Stop giving power to weak people. Instead, build yourself physically, mentally, spiritually. Because when you do, you won't need to fight battles. People will know you are untouchable." Method number 8. Focus only on what you can control. People will judge you. They will misunderstand you. They will doubt you, criticize you, and try to control how you feel. And if you waste your time trying to change them, you lose. Because here's the truth. You will never control other people. Not their opinions, not their words, not their actions, but what you can control. Your thoughts, your actions, your response, and that's all that matters. Epictetus, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, said, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not." Think about this. You argue with someone, trying to make them see your point of view. You try to prove yourself, to gain their respect, to change how they think about you. And what happens? Nothing. They stay the same, and you waste energy on something that was never yours to control. Marcus Aurelius ruled Rome with this principle. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. So ask yourself, are you focusing on things you can control? Or are you exhausting yourself trying to control what you never could? You can't control if someone disrespects you, but you can control how you respond. You can't control if someone doubts you, but you can control whether you keep moving forward anyway. You can't control if someone spreads lies about you, but you can control whether you let it affect your mind. So stop chasing the impossible. Stop trying to change people. Stop wasting energy on things that are not in your hands. Instead, master yourself. Focus only on what you can control. Because when you do, you become unstoppable, unshaken, untouchable, and suddenly, everything else stops mattering. At the end of the day, the only person who controls how you feel, how you react, and how you define yourself is you. People will try to make you feel small. They will throw words like weapons, hoping to cut into your confidence. They will test your limits, waiting for you to crack, to doubt, to lose control. But here's what they don't realize: you are untouchable, because their words mean nothing unless you give them meaning. Their judgments hold no weight unless you choose to carry them. Their opinions do not define you. You define yourself. No one, no critic, no manipulator, no doubter can take away your power unless you hand it over. And you don't hand over anything. You don't react on their terms. You don't explain yourself to those who refuse to understand. You don't waste energy on battles that don't matter. Instead, you control the game. You decide where your focus goes. You build yourself stronger every single day. Because true power isn't in proving yourself to others, it's in never needing to. So the next time someone tries to bring you down, remember this: they can try, they can push, they can test, but at the end of the day, you stand unshaken. Because your value was never in their hands to begin with. If this message spoke to you, hit like and subscribe, and tell me in the comments. How do you handle people who try to make you feel small? Let's keep this conversation going. Stay strong, stay in control, and I'll see you in the next one.